guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. That's your vibe. I'd love it if you would subscribe, be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I am bringing you my April update for the Deck of Panning Project Pan. So if you want to see the full refresh that we have for this month, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so if you don't know anything about this project, where have you been? This is created by Emily and Max, and it's where you use a deck of cards to pick from prompts from the ever-changing game board. The game board gets shuffled every month, and the face cards stay the same. I will show you what those look like for this month when we get to the rolling in portion. It goes from January 20th to December 20th of this year. You were to start with 5 products, and it's rolling style from there. The Google Doc with everything you could ever want is listed in the description box. And yeah, so we have a full refresh. We have a full refresh because I am decluttering one of the items I was working on, but everything else I did meet my goal on. And I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. In all of my other projects, if I declutter something, then I count that as a goal met anyway, 9 times out of 10. I only have one project where I'm rolling something else in to replace it. Because I just find that that's hard, and it's not as fun to do that, so not even going to worry about it. So, let me get out also, I need my highlighter of justice. So, for last month, well, the Jack of Spades will always be mainstream. And so for that, I did the Tarte Blush. And this one is in the shade Sensual. And I did an 11-use goal because the Jack would equate to 11 uses. And I'm hoping you can see. Let me see if I can move, because I hate that this pan moves. But there's some wear and tear on the embossing a little bit, which I like. I know these blushes take ages to pan, but I really like this color. And I really like this formula. I used it 6 times in March to get my 11 uses to finish that one off. So that's his goal met. For Jack of Hearts, that is an indie product. So this was something else that was an 11-use goal, but I finished this in 7 uses. So because it was an empty, that still counts as well. I rolled in, this is the Danessa Myricks. We have cat hairs. This is the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. It's a mattifying and priming face serum. So and also, so sorry. I met my goal on this blush on March 25th. I met my goal on the serum on April 2nd. And I have mixed feelings about it, to be honest with you. Like, it's something that I don't know if I would go out of my way to purchase, but I would absolutely love to get more samples of it. I think I would need to get another sample like this size of it to really determine whether or not I'd want to purchase it. I did like it. I definitely like this more than the like potted blurring primer that she has. I hate that. I do think that this did something. I think I liked it a little bit. But anyway, it is an empty, so that is that. Like I said, it took 7 uses. So, next we have Queen of Hearts, and that was to pick your space. And the space I picked was 4 of Hearts, which was easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I rolled in this Skylar little fragrance sample, one of these ones. So, as you can see, it is empty. It took 3 uses because I put in a 4-use goal or to finish it. And it took 3 uses. This is what the full-size bottle would look like. I normally really enjoy Skylar fragrances. And like, okay, I liked the scent of this. So this is the scent Lime Sands because it smells like summer. It smells like lime margaritas. The scent notes are lime, sea salt, and coconut water. Smelled gorgeous. But I have normally, when it comes to a Skylar fragrance, to be fair, prior to this, the only Skylar fragrances I've ever really messed with were the roller balls. And those last on the skin for ages. This did not have any lasting power at all. Gone in 2 seconds. That was my complaint about this. So, but I did finish it, and if I could get that scent in like a roller ball to where it would actually have some oomph to it, I would purchase that scent. I did really enjoy it. And I'm not normally a fan of roller balls personally, but the Skylar roller balls are so nice. The next one was 4 of Spades, and that was for something cool toned. So I rolled in, this is from Tower 28, and this is their, it's a lip jelly, I believe, and it's in the shade Pistachio. And I've got a 4-use goal on it, and I hit that 4th use on the 18th of May. I also hit my use on the 18th of May for this. So I wanted to show you that crisp line. That's where 4 uses got us with this product. I am going to declutter it. This was a point perk from Sephora. And it doesn't smell bad. It smells nutty, which I think is what it's supposed to smell like. And I love the color. But it is so gritty on the lips. Like, I just feel these little balls of pigment, maybe? Product, separation, I don't know, but I can't stand the texture of this. So this guy's going to get decluttered. I met my goal on it, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just letting you know that it's also leaving thy collection. And the last item we were working on before we get into new things was the 8 of Clubs. And that was, again, something metallic. I had just rolled out something metallic. So I rolled in this, which I thought for the moment was an eyeshadow, but this was actually a lip. This was the Chameleon Chrome Lip Foil in the shade Celestial Dance. So I had an 8-use goal on this, and I used it twice when I decided to declutter it on the 2nd of April. Again, so if you're new here, hi, I have textures with lip products. So this is the doe foot. Not a bad doe foot. It's gorgeous. Like, you get one swipe payoff on the lips. It is absolutely stunning. I just can't stand the texture. It is so thick and gloopy and sticky, and it does that, like, stringy, sticky, can't do it. Like, it's one of those where I almost want to keep it because it would be pretty for photos, but that's awful, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather give it to someone who doesn't have an issue with lips, with lip products, like I do. Let me get out my cards. I'm going to get out my cards, and then when I come back, I can show you guys the board, and we can go from there. Alright, so I have my Star Wars villains cards, and to show you, I do have my one Joker. It is the Jawas, so we are going to just put that in here. And as I shuffle, I will put on the screen first the face cards. As I said, those never change, but in case you're new here, maybe you've never seen what the face cards look like for this year. So I will give you a chance to look at those, and then we can move on into this month's board, which all I checked was that it changed. So I really just look at the first one, the number 2 in the first column, and make sure that that has changed from last month, and then I'm like, I'm good to film. So I have not even looked at the board, where anything is. I will tell you the veto gets shuffled every month. So it's on the board every month, but it's in a different spot. I don't have anything, so You know, if I got a veto, we would just be kind of holding on to that. Otherwise, let me actually pull it up on my end, what the deck looks like. Well, not the deck, the board for this month, because that would kind of be helpful. So, let us see. Alright, stay. Alright, apparently not. So, I will shuffle once more, then we'll cut the deck in half, about there, and our first 5 cards are what we are taking. So we have the Jack of Hearts. I swear, I always get face cards. It's just never ending. So that is going to be... The Jack of Hearts is Indie. Okay. Jack of Hearts is Indie. And that'll be 11 uses. Okay. Then our next card is the 4 of Spades. Yes, Spades. And this is Klaatu. He's a sail barge guard. So, the 4 of Spades, 2, 3, 4, is out of your hands. 4 of Spades, out of your hands. And that will be 4 uses. So I'm pretty sure we'll have to look when I'm done pulling, but I'm pretty sure that means somebody else has to pick that card from me. That piece of hair. So we'll have to come back for that. Then we have the 10 of Clubs. That guy. Poggle the Lesser. Poggle. I love that. So the 10 of Clubs, that is a mini or sample. I don't have a lot of those. Mini / sample. 10 uses. Okay. Next we have the 10 of Spades. That guy is spooky looking. This is Rancor. He's a pit beast. Yeah, that makes sense. The 10 of Spades is Influenced. I hate that. I mean, to be fair, you could say I was influenced to buy anything. And that's 10 uses. And last, but certainly not least, we have the 2 of Diamonds. I feel like he's looking right into our soul. It's Mayo, a Cantina patron. So the 2 of Diamonds is Matches Nails. And I don't have any on today. 2 of Diamonds. Matches Nails. 2 uses. Okay, well, it's going to be a hot minute for me, but I'm going to go figure out what all of these products are going to be, and I will come back and share those with you in just a moment. That took 2 hours to have somebody pick the out of my hands category, but we got it. I had put a poll on Instagram. Nobody did the poll. So then I screenshotted the photo and I sent it to Ian. So I will put that photo in here if I remember to do that. But he picked from that photo of 4 blushes a Melt Duo. So we'll get in there. But the first product, well, I mean, I guess we can just talk about that first. Because, yeah, the 4 of Spades that was out of your hands. So, like I said, he picked this. This was the Melt Duo, so this one's in Buzzkill. which looks like this. So his options were this, the Cover FX Duo in Sweet Mulberry, a L'Oreal blush in Sandalwood, I think, off the top of my head, and an Il Makiage face palette. And he just chose this one. So I'm going to swatch both sides. And normally with these duos, I go into both like at the same time. So there it is. I definitely like the pinkier side more. But yeah, which would be the side Buzz. But I just have a 4-use goal on this, so that is not too shabby, if I do say so myself. If we back it on up, the Jack of Hearts was indie, so I'm pulling in my Cosmic brushes. This is their Blush Butter, and this does not have a shade name. DW sent this to me, which I think was from their... It was from one of their little... It was the first round of these. So I just have this labeled as the pink one, because I don't have a shade name on it, but it is their Cream Blush. And it's this beautiful satiny pink color. So, yeah. I like cream blushes, and I'm not working on too many right now. So, this guy has an 11-use goal, and I'll be very excited to see how I feel about the formula. Next, we had the 10 of Clubs, which was a mini or sample. And like I said, I do not have a lot of those in my collection. But this has been chilling in my drawer because I have been just using it periodically. And I'm rolling in this is the last blush, I promise. But this is the Bare Minerals. It's their liquid bronzer in Kiss of Mauve. And like I said, this has just been chilling in my drawer for whenever I want a more warm liquid blush than the two that I had in projects currently. So I really do like it. I think that it's a really nice rosy tone. I think that with that Melt Duo would look really, really nice. But I really like the formula. I really like the tone. I put a 10-use goal on this guy. I don't think 10 uses will use it up. So 10 uses. Next, we had the 10 of Spades, which was influenced. And I did find something. Again, I could cheat and be like, oh, my whole collection was influenced. But this was something specifically influenced from TikTok. I remember when this was super huge on TikTok. It's from Lottie London, and it's their eye foil in the shade Too Much. It was this shade specifically of this formula. It's a liquid eyeshadow. People were going crazy over this as a beautiful, just like one and done topper shade. I'm starting to smell the alcohol in it a little bit, so it's definitely one that needs to get used. It's also getting a little chunky, but it's just so wet looking. And it's got like these purple, blue sparkles, and it's very, very pretty. So I don't use it because I don't use my liquid shadows enough. So this has a 10-use goal on it. And last but not least, for 2 of Diamonds, that was something that matches nails. Now, I literally need to do my nails. I don't currently have anything on them. They're bare and they're naked. So, for that, I picked something clear. This is new to me. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is a clear gloss. It's in the shade Glass. It smells kind of vanilla-y. I know we don't really need to see a clear gloss swatched, but I just kind of wanted to feel how sticky the formula was. It's a paddle applicator. This is the only actual clear gloss that I have in my arsenal. Everything else has shimmer and sparkle. Like, So it's only a 2-use goal, so this will absolutely be a rollout for next update. But I'll be excited to see, because you guys know how I feel about glosses. So I'll be excited to figure out how I feel about the formula. But those are my 5 roll-ins, my 5 roll-outs. I can't believe we have a complete refresh for April. I always think that that is the most exciting because the cards and the roll-ins are the most fun part of the game. And I'm just happy that I'm hitting goals. My panning drawer is not too overwhelming to look at. It's getting there, but it's not too crazy. So that is going to do it for my April update for Deck of Panning. I hope you guys enjoyed. Any other questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. I love chatting with you guys there. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.